everybody! This is the first video for Nia Creative Home YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoy it. For today's topic, I chose painting the walls because it can seem to be like something really easy to do. Okay, just grab a paint and I paint the walls. No, it's not that easy because there are so many factors that you have to take in consideration in order to achieve the mood, the ideal room for you, the ideal space for you, because every single color transmits something different. Every single color transmits a different mood, like more cozier, more broadened, more elegant, more like simple. The second thing is dimension of the room. It's really important. If the room is small, if the room is big, that's important too. The last factor is the lighting. Yes, the lighting, it is sometimes crucial. I'm talking about the natural lights, sunlight, the sun that everybody loves, or artificial light. Artificial light are the light bulbs. That's really will make an impact on your paint. Oh, believe me, it will make an impact on your paint. Now let's break it down, each section, each factor. First of all, psychology of the color, the feeling, the mood that you want to achieve with a color. Let me give you some examples. You really have to be careful with painting, for example, all the walls in white, the ceiling in white, because that can make the room look a little bit dull, a little bit boring. It is good because I will tell you furthermore why it is sometimes it's really good to have all the walls, everything in white, but be careful because white can get stains really easy, can look dull if you forget about the rest of the environment. Another good color is blue. Blue is a light and calm color. There are different tones, shades of blue, and that will depend on what you prefer. Again, will depend on the dimension of the room as well. And blue is really a cool color, for example, to use on bathrooms, to use on bedrooms, because it will relax. And those two, especially those two places, are great to relax. The bathroom, you're gonna take a shower, you're gonna take a bath, you're gonna relax. Other color, the green. Green connects you to nature. Green almost brings nature outside to inside. Imagine if you don't want to have plants, bring those green inside, and then you have the feeling of nature indoors. Green is also a positive color. Like when you think of positivity, when you think of hope, you have what? Green to establish that feeling. Then you have the gray. Gray for me, I don't have a beef with gray, so to say, but I'm not like a fan of gray, but I understand why people choose gray, because gray is an elegant color. It's a great color, but again, you need to be careful when using gray on walls because it can be dull, boring, like white as well. Now we're going to the beautiful purple. Purple transmits sophisticating, luxury, contemporary. It is a beautiful color, but not everybody will love it. But if you know how to use it, it can be amazing and can transform any room. Another color that you can use on the walls are yellow. Yellow are not used that much because it's more stimulating color. It's warm, it's powerful color. The yellow, again, depend on the shade and tone of the yellow. Can be a light, can be a pale yellow, can be a bright yellow. But you have to have in considerations the other aspects of the room, not just the color by himself, because not just the color by himself is enough for you to decide which color, which tone or shade that you're gonna choose. And to wrap up the color examples, the beautiful, powerful, strong red. Red is that color that will be bold as it can be. It really is a stimulating color. It is a strong color. But please, people, keep in mind that you have to use red with caution. Because of the fact that it's so powerful, you really need to be careful. Because if you paint a room with all the walls in red, can you imagine how intense that room will be? So you really need to pay attention when you choose to paint with red. Like everything in life, there needs to be a balance. Too much can be overwhelming, too little can be low. For example, too much paint can be, oh my god, too much, and just light color can be boring. Again, everything depends on the balance. This orientation, please keep in mind, this orientation is just to make everything easier. It's not like a strict rule, okay, you have to use this color for this color for that. No, this is just an orientation, people. That will make everything easier. That will make everything come together. Yes, it will. Trust my advice. This will help you. But if you don't, it's up to you. Don't be mad at me, please. Now the last factor when choosing color is the dimension of the room. That is so important to think about the dimension of the room, to really take in consideration the dimension of the room, because that plays a huge part when you putting together a layout, when you putting together a color scheme, when you're putting together a mood board for your space. The dimension will be really important to think about it. When I'm talking about dimension, let me give you some examples to think about dimension of the room. Imagine if you want to enlarge the room vertically. When you come inside the room, if you want to raise the ceiling, a good way to do this is painting all the walls in the same color. That will make the room appear taller. If you want to expand, if you want to broaden a room, then you can paint all the walls and the ceiling in a light color. If you want to reduce the depth of the space, imagine if you have a space with large depth, but you want to decrease that, or if you want to create a focal point. One thing to do is painting just one wall. So let's picture this a little bit. You have a bedroom, you have that wall, and you painted the wall in blue. That will be the focal point and will decrease the depth of the room. You can use it to put the bed there, and you're good to go. You have the focal point. So on a living room, for example, that you have a beautiful fireplace that you want to make it the focal of the room. Paint that wall where you have the fireplace in a color, and that's it. You are bringing all the focal point, all the most important part of the living room on that part of the space. Now, if you need to shrink, that's you're coming from expanding with all the walls in white. But if you need to shrink, if the room is really big, but you want it to feel, the room is really big and you want it to feel cozier on that room, a way to do it is painting every wall and the ceiling in a dark color. It makes the trick easy peasy, lemon squeezy, people. On the other hand, if you need to lower the ceiling, if the ceiling is too high and you need to lower the ceiling, just paint the ceiling in a dark color, and that's it. Easier than this? It's impossible, I think. If it's not impossible, leave a comment down below so that I can learn to. There are two other ways to change the feeling of a room, and that is painting horizontal lines or vertical lines. What horizontal lines and vertical lines do? Vertical lines will make the ceiling go up. Horizontal lines will make the space expand. And that's it. Now the last factor, the illumination. The illumination is important as the dimension of the room is and what you want for the feeling or the mood to be in that room. Illumination is so important as it. So why in illumination there are two types of illumination. As I said before, you have the sunlight, natural light, or you have artificial light, the bulbs. Sunlight during the day can be different. Depending on the orientation of the room, the sun can make a huge difference on the tone or shade of the color that you put on the wall. When I'm referring to artificial lights, the bulbs, again, that there can be a difference because there are different types of bulbs. You have the ones that are more cold, the ones that are more warm. You have the ones that are like white color, and the other ones that are more yellowish color, and that again can make a difference. So it is really important to test before you paint. Please keep that in mind. Always think about it when you choose a paint color, especially if it's going to be something really bold, different. Please test on the wall before you paint all the walls, because then it's going to be difficult to go back. Okay, I know what the feeling that I want to transmit in this room. I know the dimensions and what do I need to do about the dimensions. Do I need to increase? Do I need to shrink? Do I need to decrease? I need to make it more compact. I know all of that. Then, okay, I chose this few different colors that I want to use, but I need to test it depending on the sunlight and depending on artificial light as well. Chose the color, go to a store, grab some swatches, put on the walls, paint just like a little bit on this on the wall, like the different colors that you like, that you're thinking of painting the wall, and then you have to analyze it through the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, and at night with the artificial light, how the color perceives, how the color changes. And that's important. You think, if you can think, oh my god, that's too much work, but that is a work that will be useful, and in the end you will thank me and in the end you will thank me to go all of that, to have all of that trouble or all of that work to analyze, to try to make experiences, because that makes a huge difference. If you do that, it's crucial. Let me summarize the 3 factors when choosing a paint. What mood do you want to bring with that color? The dimension of the room and the illumination. 3 main important factors. And of course, if you don't have the time or the patience to go through all of that work, like thinking about the color, thinking about the which color does this or that, if you don't have the patience to choose to think about the dimension, what do you think? I need to shrink this, I think I need to enlarge this, or oh, okay, I don't know which illumination, what color, dependent on the lighting, what color to choose. Then you have a simple solution. That is to hire me to make your life easier. Simple as that. Of course, I will continue to bring you guys this free content that will help you if you want to decrease your budget, if you don't want to spend too much money. You will find here on this channel everything that you need to transform your room and what you desire and what makes you feel, okay, this is my place. Exactly that. There are other ways to choose the color too. Of course, those are the three main factors, but there are other ways to choose a color. Imagine if you have everything, but you still don't have a clue what color to choose. Okay, I want to have this sort of mood, but still, I don't know. There are places that you can go to search for inspiration. For example, you can just go outside in nature and search for inspiration, because you have so many different flowers, plants, trees, different types of greens, different types of yellows, different types of pinks, purples, reds, everything. Nature is just a palette of color. It's a palette of color and is amazing, free, and easy to access. At least for me, it's easy. You can search for interior decoration magazines or book for inspiration. You can have, you can think about period styles that really is connected to you. If you go to the store, a store with wallpapers, and you see one that really, okay, this one is so me. This one is what I want. This one brings everything that I need to this room. Then with that wallpaper, you can choose the rest of the colors of the room. Or imagine that you have this beautiful rug. That can be a source of inspiration too, because you can pick some colors of that rug and apply on the room. Again, thinking about the three main factors that are really important. If you have a painting can be a source of inspiration too. Again, grab some colors on the painting, the main colors of the painting, and use to decorate your space. A piece of furniture, what else? Decorations, interior decoration, decorative pieces. Now, what are the superpowers of color? Yes, because color is a superhero. You cannot imagine how superhero a color can be. Let me tell you why. What are those superpowers? Color can add personality to your room. Color can enhance a feature, can bring out a feature. Imagine an architecture feature can make it stand out in the crown. A color can disguise some imperfection on a wall, imperfection of architecture at the same time, imperfection of the room balance. Color can bring light to a room as well. If this room is too small, if the room doesn't have too much natural light, a light color will make a difference in the room for sure. A color can create a focal point, as I said before. A color can underline a theme or a style. A color can create a mood, because each color has a different energy. And the color can send a message. When I'm saying this color can send a message, is in terms of culture, beliefs, symbolism. That's the power of color. Color can make the whole difference in a room. The type of color that you choose, the way that you use the color can be the main way to change an environment completely. Now it's time to know how to balance color in quantity and proportion. What is that, Sandra? Yeah, you have a rule. It's not a strict rule. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But again, it will do what? Make your life easier. And what we need in our days is to have things that makes our lives easier. Please, we need something to be easy. At least one thing. The rule is the 60-30-10. 60% the main color, and main color is what? The walls. It's the large furniture. It's area rugs, for example. And the 30% is secondary color. And for that, I'm saying curtains, accent chairs, bed liner. Then the 10% is accent color. 10% is accent color, 10% is just decorations, artwork, pillows, decorative items that makes a difference on the room as well. Now a bonus tip that doesn't have anything to do related to paint, but it will help you make a room look bigger. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows this, but for you that don't know that, a mirror can make a miracle. A mirror can make a miracle. A mirror can make a miracle, people. So we are coming to the end. Let me summarize everything for you to remember everything, and you always can come back and see again every step and take notes, everything. So to summarize, there are 3 factors when choosing color: the feeling, the mood that you want to perceive, the dimension of the room, and the lighting that you choose. Sunlight, artificial light. All those factors influence each other. You cannot like think about just one part and forget about the other 2. They connect with each other. They communicate with each other. Light will make a difference in the color. The dimension needs to be in consideration in order to choose the right color. Everything is connected. They talk to each other to make the perfect balance color. The next videos I will talk more about dimension, the feeling that you want to perceive, the psychology of color, and the lighting. So stay tuned, because there are great content is coming for you. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell as well to get notifications on the next videos. Share with everybody that you know that you think that will need this useful, powerful information that I just gave you. And save this video on your playlist as well, because you probably will need it in the future. And if you have anything to share with me, if you have tips, suggestions, if you just want to say hello, leave a comment down below. Let's create a community with creative people, and let make our lives easier, please. That's the goal. That's the goal with this channel, is to make your life easier, more creative and fun. See you in the next video. Take care.